सर्वज्ञमभीष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिविरं चिनुतं शरण्यं विद्यार्थिहं प्रणतिपादिभूतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दं
गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च ॐ नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरुः स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पदः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। रिपीट प्लीज। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राह ग्रासैक कर्मणे ग्राह ग्रासैक कर्मणे पेज 196 please repeat verse 186 आविर्भाव तिरोभाव शक्तिमत्वेन हेतुना आरम्भण परिणामादि चोद्यानां नात्र संशयः संभवः अचेतनानां हेतु स्यात् जाड्यां शेनेश्वरस्तथा चिदाभासां शतस्त्वेषः जीवानां कारणं भवेत् अचेतनानां हेतु स्यात् जाड्यां शेनेश्वरस्तथा चिदाभासां शतस्त्वेषः जीवानां कारणं भवेत्. So we were seeing the point of Chitradeep Prakaran, and in this Chitradeep Prakaran the topic of Ishwar Brahma Vivek was under progress. The topic of Ishwar Brahma Vivek. Before this, the topic was of Jeev Kutastha Vivek, which went up to 103rd verse. So, from 104th verse, this topic of Ishwar Brahma Vivek started. And this will go to which verse? 209. So, and after that there will be Kutastha Brahmaikyam. So what was the point in this Ishwar Brahma Vivek? So here Vidyaranya Swamiji had taken a mantra from Mandukya Karika, where 4 characteristics of Ishvara was mentioned. Some of you have written also. Ishah Sarveshwaraha Sarvagyaha Sarvantaryami and Yonihi. He is the womb of the whole world. So we had seen about Sarvagyaha, Sarveshwaraha, Antaryami also we saw. And now we are on the Jagat Yoni. He is the womb of the whole world. Please note, this discrimination is told so that we can know what is the direct meaning of Ishwar and indicative meaning of Ishwar. Direct meaning is commonly known meaning of Ishwar who creates, sustains. And the indicated meaning of Ishwar is who is the self of all and who is in me and myself also. So he is not that Ishwar who is sitting on the top and he has made the world. So we will see this topic now. Ishwar's topic is always very fascinating because I feel highest interaction is with Ishwar. heavily involved, if somebody is heavily involved with me, is Ishvara only. How he is heavily involved? Because he is constantly seeing as Vachyarth Ishwar, the direct meaning of Ishwar, which we use as God is seeing. He has to see all my intentions and all my attitude to gauge the fruit of action. And from that angle, he is Sarvagya. He has now to give the fruit of action. He has to create a cause. I remember I had mentioned that for one effect, he has to create a cause. To give that fruit of action, he has to create cause. So creating cause itself is a very intelligent work. He will he should know other things to create a cause, that this jiva is good for this jiva. Therefore he can create that jiva as a cause. So he should be knowing all the jivas, their own nature, their fruit of action which is compatible to my fruit of action. And therefore I say he created a cause. And it is a series of cause to create one effect actually. So all these things require two things in the Ishwar. He should know all jivas and know which jiva will be fitting with this jiva. He should know my fruits of action. And he should have power also, that he can bring that jiva into my life. And he should also have the power to dissociate that jiva from my life when my fruit is over. And again that jiva will not be free sitting who came. He has to go to other jiva to give him the fruit now. Not that jiva will be permanently suspended because there is no work now. So he will not waste that jiva. So he will bring another jiva now. If you start thinking on this juxtaposition, you will be flabbergasted. That how many jivas one jiva is giving in your life, you must have been the fruit of action for hundreds and thousands. For some, you may be very good fruit. For some, you may be mixture. And for some, you will not a good fruit. Somebody may have suffered because of you. Or somebody may have enjoyed because of you. So, therefore, Ishwar has to be Sarveshwar and Sarvagya. We had seen that point 2 days back before I went to Johannesburg. He has to be Antaryami also, because he has to hold the dharma of each thing. Because holding it, like I hold this paperweight, so this holding is an action. And holding is an action, therefore the holding of the dharma of each thing in this world, that also is an action. Like holding the dharma of fire is an action. We take it for granted because we don't think anything. Holding the dharma of sun is an action. Holding the dharma, holding the dharma of the body, the vital organs of the body, that is also an action. Where action is involved and something is held, there has to be holder which is different than the held. If hand is holding paperweight, hand is not paperweight. If somebody is holding the dharma of my body, that thing should not be body. If somebody is holding the dharma of sun, that should not be the sun. And that inner holder is the Antaryami. I had seen it in 3-4 areas. Also Antaryami prompts somebody to come to me and give me love or hatred. Also that Antaryami prompts my inner mind sometimes to right and wrong also. So Antaryami as something comes to me. Antaryami as something comes. Yesterday I was in Johannesburg, so somebody told that, they were coming from East London to Johannesburg. 20 years back, more than 20. The night 2 a.m. So one driver slept and totally rammed in this car like this. One car was coming, he just rammed like that. So her mother, father and sister passed away. Now the Antaryami in this driver, he made him sleep to give the fruit to these three. He also passed away. So in one stroke, many people got fruits of action. And therefore I say, don't drive in the night or don't cover long distances in the night, because high chances are there anything can happen. So this is the play of Antaryami. And therefore I say, somebody will like you unnecessarily. Somebody will not like you unnecessarily. So this is the Antaryami which is acting in not only in the inert world, but in the conscious world. All of a sudden, somebody is going on the road, one bull came. Bull. And he lifted that person and threw like that. Such videos you will see. He is simply walking on the road, not doing anything. And the bull is, out of many people, why he chose that bull person? Because he had not fed Bhoot Yagni, he had not done. He had not given food to beings in the last birth. So some fruit is there. That is somewhere cases are there. So you are, and therefore I say, you are heavily interacting with Ishwar. Ishwar is heavily involved at 4 levels. By seeing, by uniting and disuniting, by prompting, and by being the womb of the world. It is Ishwar who will decide the Jeev where he has to go to the next body. It's Ishwar who will decide whom you are going to meet today. It's Ishwar who will decide is what he has to prompt to you today. Ishwar will decide who will start praising or censoring you. So at all levels, Ishwar is in the warp and woof and warp, what you call, in your life. Therefore, if you more understand Ishwar more, you can come in terms with him. And coming in terms with Ishwar is called dharmic life. You can understand this is what the promptings are right now. You can understand that. We had seen these topics in detail about Sarvagya and Sarveshwara, so I will move forward. So, little understanding about Ishwar will not make you quieter, because more you understand Ishwar, more you will know yourself as well. Before understanding the absolute form of Ishwar, you have to understand the empirical form of Ishwar. Vachyarth understand, then Lakshyarth you understand. First understand with conditioning, then without conditioning. Don't start without conditioning straight away. You will miss something. And therefore you are here because he prompted you to come here. He gave the faith. Yo yam tanum bhaktah shraddhaya architum ichchati tasya achalam shraddham tamev vidadami aham. I hold the faith of the person. In 7th chapter, Bhagavan says that I hold the faith of the person. Otherwise, his faith will be shattered. I only bring the faith in the person. Don't think that I have lot of faith because of myself. He can do anything to destroy your faith in your Ishta, in your Guru, in your mantra. And therefore, Ya Devi Sarvbhuteshu Bhranti Rupena Samseta. She can create Bhranti also. Nice person will be totally lost. You wonder why he has gone astray. भ्रांति आ गई उसका faith खत्म हो गया. If God wants to destroy somebody, he destroys his faith. That is a punishment. So this we saw. Now Jagat Yoni portion we are going to see. If you had known, I had already started this Jagat Yoni. And Jagat Yoni portion is started from 182 words, I think. 182 to 189. 182 is started. And it will continue to 189 verse. I had mentioned that everything has manifestation and unmanifestation. Please don't forget, whether it is your waking and sleep, whether my thoughts are coming and going, my thoughts were manifest, then it is manifest. Whether the tree and the seed is manifest, unmanifest. Everything. Even this whole hall was unmanifest in somebody's mind, then it got manifested. And therefore, we say that the whole Srishti also should be unmanifest and it should manifest. Srishti or the creation should be unmanifest before its presence. And then it manifests. Bijasyam kuro idam jagadidam prang nirvikalpam puna maya kalpit desh kala kalana ve chitra chitri kritam. And Bhagavan says in 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Avyaktadini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nidhanan neva tatraka paridevna. Prakriti kriyamanani guni, that is 3rd chapter. This is on 2nd chapter. So, Sarvbhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam. Kalpakshay panastani kalpado visrajamyam. 3 times Bhagavan has said. And therefore, he gives the example with the Swami of winking of the eyes. Unmesh and Nimesh. Unmilan and Nimilan. Nimilan means Unmilan means upward movement. Nimilan means downward movement. Upward movement, downward movement. Upward, downward. That is gone. So Milan means movement. Unmilan means upward movement. Nimilan means downward movement. Day and night. Ratri ghasrau supti bodhau unmilan nimiline tushni bhav manurajya. Becoming quiet or doing manurajya. Iva srishti layau imau. If you remember, I had touched upon these points. And now, the very important question comes. Don't get surprised. Brahman is changeless. How can, because unmanifest and manifest. Unmanifest is modifying. Unmanifest is modifying. Because unless the seed modifies, how the sprout can come up. So there is in us, the unmanifest has to modify to become manifest. And unmanifest of the whole world should not have time and space. Because time and space is manifested thing. Again I will say, this example is easier to understand. But what is indicated is not that easy. And this example of seed, tree, thought, they are easier. But I am now saying the point, this is Drishtant, that is called Darshtant. So Darshtant is difficult. Because we say, because this time and space is also manifest. So time and space is manifest, therefore it also should be non-manifest. Now if it is unmanifest, and there is no absence of time and space, then what would be there? You cannot say, Acha, consciousness is manifest or unmanifest. Consciousness is unmanifest or manifest? Neither. It is unmanifest, but which is non-modifying unmanifest. There are two kinds of unmanifest. One is modifying manifest, which becomes modifying unmanifest, which is vasana, and other is non-modifying unmanifest. So consciousness is other than modifying unmanifest and manifest. Avyaktat vyakta sarve prabhavantah ragame ratragame praliyante tatraiva vyakta sangyake parasmasmatu bhavonyah vyakto vyaktat sanatana. So there is another unmanifest, which is consciousness. If consciousness will not be there, please be careful. This unmanifest, let us make unmanifest 1, unmanifest 2. Unmanifest 1, because we are more aware, so I am calling it unmanifest 1, which is modifying. So unmanifest 1, which is modifying, and manifest. Manifest 1, 2, no, only 1, because there is no 2 is there. Only 1 unmanifest is there. So in the schools, sometimes there are 2 boys with the same name. Dinesh Kumar. So they make it 1 and 2. Dinesh Kumar 1, Dinesh Kumar 2. Both are Dinesh Kumar in the same class. You have seen that? So two boys are there having the same name. So unmanifest 1 is modifying to become manifest. But unmanifest becoming manifest, manifest becoming unmanifest. And therefore there should be prompter which is other than the unmanifest 1, which is prompting unmanifest 1 to manifest. Again I will repeat now. So somebody is sitting now. Somebody is singer. So I said, sing some bhajan. Only which bhajan you want? I said, whatever you want to sing, you sing. Now that singer is now in unmanifest the songs which are there in the file. That singer is now prompting that. So that unmanifest, because it is inert, it cannot be prompted by itself. Inert has to be always prompted by something other than itself, because action can be on, actor cannot, this is unmanifest. So it cannot prompt itself because actor can't be acted upon. Actor will be different. This action of prompting will be different by the than the prompted. The prompted is unmanifest 1 is there, and therefore there has to be another prompter which should be different than unmanifest 1. Because unmanifest 1 is prompted. Now that singer is now prompting that whole song in the unmanifest. So that unmanifest song came out. Hope you are understanding. And therefore there is something other than unmanifest and manifest. There is something other than unmanifest and manifest. You had to catch a flight at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you had to leave your house at 4 o'clock. And therefore you have to get up at 2:30, 3 o'clock, and you are a late riser because of laziness. Now you are very afraid, I may not miss the flight. You put 3-4 alarms in the mobile. Sometimes they don't ring. I don't know why this problem is there. Sometimes it doesn't ring also. So you put 245, 250, 310, all are there. So they are in unmanifest. In unmanifest, this thought is there that I have to get up early in the morning and I'll get up ready and leave the house by 4 o'clock latest. Because 1 hour it will take to go to the airport. 1 hour before I have to be there. And the laziest person also. I'm not talking about you, don't worry. So, that something prompts that unmanifest and you are up before the alarm clocks. You got up at 1 o'clock only. Then you are very happy that 1 o'clock is there, let me sleep now. Again you went to sleep, but you couldn't get the sleep. Again you got up at 2 o'clock. Again you thought I have to get up at 2:45. And ultimately you got. The one which prompted the unmanifest one will not be a part of unmanifest one. Because unmanifest one is the acted upon. And if there is no manifest, so there is no question of manifest coming. So apart from manifest and unmanifest, there should be one who is prompted. And this is Ishwar here. This is called Antaryami Ishwar. I hope you are understanding this. Now this Antaryami Ishwar is again with the conditioning of Maya, because Maya will not do the prompting work. Brahman will not do the prompting work. Now this also has a substratum which is called Shuddha, pure consciousness, on which manifest and unmanifest are coming and going. Please shift your attention there. This also has one pure consciousness. Who will see otherwise? Who will see? If consciousness was unmanifest one, then it will modify, which is not possible. And if consciousness is manifest, then it will become drishya and it will become inert and die away. So consciousness cannot be unmanifest one and consciousness cannot be manifest two. Manifest. And therefore consciousness should be other than unmanifest one and manifest. And this thought comes in which Upanishad? Kenopanishad, good. What word is used here? Anya dev tad viditat aviditat adhi, which is different than known and unknown. Not heard? He has not heard so many Upanishads, but he can remember that. So please answer. Anya dev tad viditat aviditat adhi. Consciousness cannot be unmanifest one, and consciousness cannot be manifest because it is seen thing. But consciousness is there. So consciousness is the substratum of unmanifest one and two. Because where it will change otherwise? Remember one point. The unmanifest one is of the nature of ignorance. Because when you sleep, there is unmanifest one only. And you don't know. And when you wake up, it is unmanifest one converting into manifest. Gurudev used to call it non-apprehension and misapprehension. So non-apprehension leads to misapprehension. Now that unmanifest, because it is of the nature of ignorance, though ignorance cannot be independent, it has to be on some, there should be something of which are you ignorance. Ignorance cannot be without truth. Ignorance needs there should be some knowledge, then only you can be ignorant about that. So for ignorance, you need a knowledge about which you are ignorant. If knowledge was not existing, you cannot be ignorant about the subject which doesn't exist at all. Ignorance is there, that means there should be pure knowledge about which you are ignorant also. Only thing when you go in the world, and I say I am ignorant of Chinese language. So there is a subject of ignorance and object of ignorance. Generally there are many objects about which I am ignorant. I am ignorant about metaphysics, I am ignorant about what is the size of kidney. Not kidney beans, kidney. Or I am ignorant about what is going in my system. I am ignorant about how I will pass away. I am ignorant about which people I have to meet in my life, remaining life. I am ignorant about much of my future. I am ignorant about what kind of problems will come, what kind of joy and sorrow will come. 100 million things you are ignorant about. This is object of ignorance. But one who is thinking here, who is saying I am ignorant about the subject also. So Vedanta is not dealing about the objective ignorance. It is dealing about the subject which is ignorant. Because that unmanifest one is of the nature of ignorance, therefore there should be knowledge, consciousness, which is the substratum of this unmanifest one which is ignorant. Manifest also is a product of ignorance. And unmanifest is also a cause or ignorance, causal ignorance. One is called causal ignorance, other is called effect of ignorance. I hope you are understanding. And therefore there has to be consciousness there. And please get my point that consciousness which I am talking of should not have time and space in it. Because time and space will come only on manifest. And if there is no time and space, that means there should have no limitation. And therefore it is infinite. And therefore it will be called now Brahman. So on the Brahman, the manifestation and unmanifestation is going on. Now Brahman alone can't manifest and unmanifest unless it has the power called Maya. Now Brahman along with the power called Maya is called Ishwar now. One is called Paraprakriti, other is called Aparaprakriti. And both together is called Jagat Yoni, womb of the whole world. Don't picturize womb means something is there and from that something comes out. That will be a wrong example. Mother's womb, child is coming out. This is a wrong example. Why? Because here that consciousness is not in time and space that something can come out. Like the mother is different, then the child is different. Not that womb. I hope you are understanding that. Where in Gita womb has come word, Yoni word has come, 2-3 places it has come. First in 7th chapter it comes. One is Paraprakriti, other is Aparaprakriti. And then Bhagavan says, Etad yonini bhutani sarvani tyupadharya. Sarvani tyupadharya. Aham krishnasya jagataha prabhava pralayastata. I am the cause of the world. I sustain and everything goes into me. First he defines apara prakriti. Bhumirapano lo vayo kham mano buddhi revcha ahankar itiyam me bhunna prakriti rashtada apare amitastvanyam prakritim vidhi me baram jeev bhutam mahabhayo edam dharite jagat. And then he says etad yonini bhutani sarvani ityupadharya. If you remember that, well, I don't remember. I have no experience, how will I remember? I don't know what you are talking about. Which chapter is this? 7th chapter. 7th chapter, 4th to 7th verse. All are connected. If you are not understanding, please go and listen to that. We'll have no time. We have no time here. I'm wholly running around here and there. I'm running around like the headless hen. Like the headless chicken, I'm running around here and there. Where is the time to listen all that thing? I'm so busy. Everybody is enjoying life. I'm the only one who is busy. So, running like headless chicken. What I English also is very rich language in proverb. In which Upanishad Yoni word has come now? Okay, I'll give the Upanishad name. Now you have to tell the mantra. Huh? Huh? No. I'm not talking about that. Jagat Yoni. Mundak Upanishad. Yattad adreksham, agrahyam, agotram, avarnam, achakshushrotram, tadapani padam, nityam, vibhum, sarvagatam, susukshmam, yad bhut yonim paripashyanti dhiraha. Now, Jagat Yoni word for Ishwar has come. I hope you're understanding from which reference Jagat Yoni word has come. And how the word Yoni is used there. The world has not come without unmanifest. And if unmanifest is there, there has to be consciousness. And if consciousness along with Maya, then only world can come out. And from that angle, it is said, Ya Devi Sarbhuteshu Matrupena Samsita. She is the mother of the whole world. So Matrupena, mother was the same Ishwar with the reference to the feminine is called mother. Is Ishwari. When the power of creativity is more important than motherhood is mentioned. Now, this point you have heard, this is called Jagat Yoni. Now I'll go ahead and now another topic will come. And the same is a corollary of that Jagat Yoni topic. Corollary of Jagat Yoni topic is there. Acha, haan ji. Now effect will have cause. Effect should, by seeing the effect, you can know what the cause is. Like the flower is there. So flower is existing. So in that flower, there is a name and form, and there is an existence aspect. Name and form aspect is the Maya portion. And isness is the consciousness portion. So whole world is a mixture of the consciousness and the Maya. Nothing can be without because both were in its cause. Like the child will have some quality of the mother, some of the father. Some tinge will be there, if not totally gone on mother, something will be there which is of the mother. And something will be there of the father. Well, his features has gone on his father. Or his features has gone on his mother. There is a resemblance, what is it called. So both are there. Eyes are like his father's eyes, or hairs are like the father's, or mother's way of thinking is. Way of thinking is also sometimes quite. Sometimes he is a copy of his father, copy of his mother. You can make it out. Sometimes mother and daughter come to meet. Immediately I can see that this is the daughter. You don't introduce. I can make it out that is she your daughter? Well, yes. Sometimes it backfires also. Not all the guests are right. It was a sister, and I thought, नहीं ऐसा भी हो गया. At one place I went, I'm not telling the name of this place. One boy was there, and very hefty woman was there with her. I thought he is the son. I thought he is the son now. But I did not say anything. This thing you should don't say anything. But he was the husband. He was the husband, very hefty wife, and the small, 12th class. So then he was working. Some people are quite deceptive in their ages. They are quite aged, but they look very less aged. And I kept quiet. I said, don't talk all these things. Let them disclose in their own time. I'm telling you, if you see your father and mother, so some quality would have definitely come from your mother and father. Although Shastra says father, mother, grandfather, maternal and paternal, from 6 portions you are influenced. 6 areas you are influenced from. Acha. So here, because this mother and father are there in this world, therefore everything will have both the aspect. Okay. Now the topic is little different. Some same topic is of Jagat Yoni, but the leaf is taken out of that, because this is Vidyaranya Swami's style. I hope this point is clear. Please note that consciousness cannot change or modify, and therefore it is written Arambhana Parinamadi Chodhyanam Natra Sambhava. Chodhyanam means the questions. Questions will not happen. Arambhana means it has started. World can't start. Neither world can be because of modification. Because consciousness should be there. If starting you will say, therefore, when did the world start? These questions are not right. It's a wrong question. Because if you say when the world started, you are assuming time was already there. It is like asking, from the dream watch, tell me when did the dream start? Thinking of the dream watch, because dream watch itself was started after that has come. So you cannot say when did the world start. You cannot say God created the world. All these are illogical and slightly silly. Because if you say when did the world start or God made the world, so when the moment you say God made the world, the problem will be God will become maker. There is a material cause, there has to be space. And therefore all those who say the God made the world, they are talking very illogical. Because one God has to be there, world has to be there, and God will be finite because He is not the world. That God which is finite will die away. Anything finite will disappear. He will come in the periphery of space and time. Because even if something has a shape, it will pass away. I hope this point is clear. And therefore, there is 3 Vad. One is called Arambhavad, other is called Parinamvad, and third is called Vivartvad. Arambhavad is of the Nayayik, Parinamvad is of the Sankhya, and Vivartvad is of the Vedanta. So world started like the Muslims and the Christians say, that Parinamvad, that Prakriti modified, that is what Sankhya says. Both is not possible. And therefore Vedanta says world only appeared on the consciousness, it appears and disappears. Now, let us now go to 187th verse. It says, Achetana nam hetu syat. Please see 187th verse, page 196. Getting? He says Ishwar has two portions. Ishwar has two portions. Remember that. One is the Maya portion and other is the reflected consciousness portion. So one is the inert portion, another is reflected consciousness portion. Again I will repeat. Supposing there is only pure Brahman and Maya. So pure Brahman reflected in Maya is called Ishwar. But after it is reflected, so there is a reflected portion in called Ishwar and other is a Maya portion which is inert. So Ishwar has two portions, inert portion and reflected consciousness portion. Or I will say RC portion and RM portion. Reflected medium and reflected consciousness. So cosmic reflected consciousness is Ishwar and cosmic reflected medium is Maya. And there is nothing called cosmic original consciousness because original consciousness is one. So OC is there and cosmic RM and cosmic RC. Well, again say, slowly say. OC is there, OC, original consciousness. And RM is the reflected medium. And like we are there. Gross body is RM1, subtle body is RM2, and causal body is RM3. And the consciousness reflects in this RM which we call as Jeev. Similarly, cosmic RM1, RM2 and RM3 are there. In that, whose reflected will be called Ishwar. Only difference is, in the Jeev case, RC is ignorant about OC. And in the Ishwar's case, RC of Ishwar knows that RC is false. Actually, I am OC. Don't say OCI. OC only. You have OCI. You don't have. Why? 7 years, this was a talk with Modi ji. From 5 years, seven generations have been given the OCI now. Origin of citizen of India. Which generation you are? 5th? No, the 5th doesn't. You were qualified already. But that day they were talking. So he asked, who are the one who are 7 generations? So 2-3 people raised their hand. OCI. Origin of citizen of India. Overseas. Overseas citizen of India. Okay. So please, you can get OCI. You know which generation you are, Vandan? You don't know here. Please find out and apply for OCI card. Then you can get it. Your name changed or not? No, she tried her best to change the name. But they did not change the name. Old name still is there. So, OC. I hope you are understanding. So, Ishwar has two portions now. One is now tell me, this whole world which you see is RM or cosmic RM1. The total mind called Hiranyagarbha is cosmic RM2. And total cosmic causal body is cosmic RM3. In that reflection of the Ishwar is called Ishwar cosmic RC. Reflected consciousness. Following it? Not following. Not following. Arey bhai, I have three: subtle body, gross body. Well, please don't say RM, R2. I'm quite confused. So, there is gross body, subtle body, causal body. This is easier. Now, cosmic gross body, cosmic subtle body, and cosmic causal body. Well, please use this. I'm quite confused. RM, RM3. Already I was weak in mathematics. So, moment numbers come, I get. Some are very bad with numbers. Some people are, even if the shopkeeper gives cash, they are not able to count properly. They just see that it's rupees or it's a notes. ऐसे देखते रहते हैं उसको. They don't check. They are not able to check that so much is there and this much we detected and therefore 295 is the remaining. They will just see, अच्छा note ही है ये ऐसे ही रख लेंगे. They are very bad with numbers. And so immediately count. Kitna bacha hai, so this much be remaining now. Therefore, mathematics was very important subject. Mathematics is the king of all subjects because you will be highly used in your whole life. So, cosmic, in that reflected consciousness is Ishwar. I hope you are understanding now. Now, what is said here? Acetananam hetusya jadyam shen ishwaras tatha. So, one is the inert portion of Ishwar, and other is the reflected consciousness portion of Ishwar. Now, this whole body is inert portion of Ishwar. This is also inert portion of Ishwar. But in me, the RC which is there, that is the reflected consciousness portion of Ishwar only. Microcosmic RC is the portion of the macrocosmic RC. Okay, I am understanding now. I am fine. If this is fine, I will go ahead now. So one is called Chidabhas Ansh, other is called Jadansh. Jadamsh and Chidansh. Chidansh and Jadansh. Inert portion is called Jadansh. And conscious portion is called Chidansh, not Shivansh. Shivansh is different. Shivansh is his name. Amit's son name is Shivansh. Huh? No, I'm calling this Amit. Roshni is Amit. His name is Shivansh. Dad, where Amit's son is just born. His name is also Chiya. Oh. I think he got it from him. So, Shivansh. Shivansh, अच्छा नाम है, Shivansh. Krishnansh, Ramansh, Shivansh. Now let us see the next verse. Verse number 188. It takes a lot of time to build up. The moment gap is there is a gap in thinking. So you have to keep at par with the knowledge. So you have to revise to remain wise. If you are not revising, you lose wiseness. Let us see the 188th verse. Tamah pradhanah kshetranam. If the ksha word is coming after the visarg, you will have to pronounce the visarg completely. There is no sandhi rule there. So it should be tamah pradhanah kshetranam. You cannot gulp the visarg there. If sa is coming, you can make it half sa. Sa. But here you have to pronounce. Tamah pradhanah kshetranam. Chit pradhanaschidatmanam. Parah karanatameti. Bhavana jnana karma bhi. So he is saying, now what is said here? Tamah pradhanah kshetranam. Chit pradhanas chidatmanam. All the world is tamah pradhan and Jivatma is chit pradhan. Paraha karanam. So who is the cause of this inertness and the reflected consciousnesses? Many RCs are there. And who is the cause? So it is said as for Vidyaranya Swami, cause is, Ishwar is cause. Ishwar is the cause. We saw how Ishwar was the cause. I hope you are clear about that, Ishwar being the cause. Now 188 and 189, these two verses are called Puru Paksh verse. Puru Paksh, opponent came up and he has quoted Sureshwaracharya. Sureshwaracharya ji, he was one of the disciples of, one of the four disciples, main disciples of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. And he has written 12,000 verses, which is called Vartik. Not 12 verses, 12,000 verses. And in that Brihadaranyak is there. Another Taittiriya Upanishad is there. And in that particular verse, he is saying, Sureshwaracharya ji is saying, that this inert portion of the world and the consciousnesses portion is of the OC. So, are you understanding? Vidyaranya Swami said, RM and RC is the cause of creation, OC has no role. Ishwar is the cause of creation, OC is totally udasin. He is saying, Sureshwaracharya is saying, he is called Vartikar, that pure Brahman is the cause of the creation, love. And when I say creation, it means all RCs and all RMs. Paraha karanam karanatam eti bhavana jnana karma bhi. So, because of this bhavana, jnana karma, the jeev gets the body because of his bhavana and jnana and karma. Bhavana, jnana, here jnana means upasana and bhavana means sanskar. So he gets now. Now who is right? Vidyaranya Swamiji is right or Sureshwaracharya is right? Let us see now. Let us read 189th verse. Iti vartika karena jada chetana hetuta paramatmana evokta नेश्वरस्येति चेत् शृणु. So iti vartik karena, by the vartikar, jad chetan hetuna na ukta. You have to add here na ukta. Here jad chetan of that Ishwar, he's saying that is not the cause of this whole world. Then who is the cause? Paramatmana eva ukta. That OC alone is the cause. Comma. Na Ishwarasya iti te shunu. Na Ishwarasya. Is not that Ishwar is the cause of that. I hope you are understanding. Now what to do now? Who is right and who is wrong? He is now answering that question. Anyonyadhyasamatrapi जीवकूटस्थयोरिव ईश्वर ब्रह्मणो सिद्धं कृत्वा ब्रूते सुरेश्वरः. One is called loosely saying something, one is called really saying something. Like I see the photograph, my photograph, and I say, this is me. How can you be that photograph? It is on a simple paper, some negative is there. So you are superimposing yourself on this. This is called loosely saying something. And when I say I am sad, I am really saying it. So there is something called imagined superimposition and something called real superimposition. Superimposition out of ignorance and superimposition out of knowledge. So superimposition out of ignorance, what I said, that is dangerous. Superimposition out of knowledge is for worldly parlance, like I say I am a man. But Jnani will also say I am a man. But he knows that I am not a man. I am consciousness only. An ignorant person will also say that I am a man. He will say I am doing a lot, but he knows that I am speaking false. It's a drama that I am doing. But ignorance person also will say. So if Vedanta Swami has said that on the Ishwar everything is there, and he said on the consciousness, so they have mixed OC and RC. OC and RC has been mixed by Vedanta Swami and by Sureshwaracharya. He has mixed it. Like I use the word, I am fat. So this is pertaining to the gross body. Then I say I am intelligent. This is pertaining to the subtle body. When I say I am ignorant, it's causal body. Then I say, last birth I must have done some good action to be here. Now this you are referring to the Jeev now. So same I is used in different differences. And sometimes if you are a Jnani, you will say, I am not doing anything. So you are referring to the consciousness. But as a Jnani also you can say that I must have done good action, or I am fat, or I am lean, or I am intelligent. But Jnani, as a Jnani, you will know that this I is there, but I am loosely using it. So OC and RC has been mixed by Sureshwaracharya. Not that they are talking contradictory. This point we will see more tomorrow. Play as RC, don't take it reality. Knowing the OC, play as RC. Play as RC. Don't be troubled by RC. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari.